Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Monday, May 25th, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius for this upcoming week in May. Because it's general, it can't pertain to anything, relationships or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards. You may feel like I'm reading for you. You might feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is always to reach those that need the message the most and will benefit the most from it. Parts of this reading may resonate for you, Aquarius. Parts may not. Take what does, leave behind what doesn't. Hopefully by the end you feel like you have something worthwhile that's beneficial to you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, Aquarius, we're going to get started after a couple of shuffles. I have pre-shuffled all my decks. If you are brand new to my channel or unfamiliar, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. There is more specific information regarding my videos and my readings in the description box below. And returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. So one more shuffle for this first deck and a cut, and we're going to get started and see what's going on for Aquarius. Here we go. So we're going to start off with the Ten of Swords in reverse, paired with the Four of Swords. Knight of Wands, Six of Wands, the Star, Five of Cups, Six of Swords in reverse, and the Sun. So I get the feeling like you feel like you're spinning your wheels a little bit, Aquarius. I feel like you think that you might be reconsidering something that you've already put to rest, that you've already set aside, that you've already dealt with, but it's coming up again for you. And I think that you could potentially be in a little bit a state of maybe feeling stuck or immobile or unable to move because it feels like you might be experiencing a repeated pattern or something that you feel like you can't get away from. Again, spinning your wheels. I think that you want to take action and have some success with regard to a matter, a situation, possibly a relationship or connection. The fact that you have hope for a different outcome is causing you a certain level of grief because, again, it's that feeling of repeating some old patterns. And repeating the same thing and expecting different outcomes is the definition of insanity, right? So, but you still have hope for this, and at the same time you're grieving that you still have hope because you feel like, you know, I keep thinking that this is that we're going to have a different outcome here, when in reality it's the same old all over again. But I think that you're stuck on, or going back to the fact that you need to gain some more clarity or become more clear about this situation so that you can take action and possibly have some success with a different outcome. So I do feel like there is this need to return to something, reconsider something, reevaluate. These first two cards are very strong. Reconsidering, reevaluating, rethinking, trying to come up with a different solution. Maybe you missed something the first time around. Maybe you missed a small detail and you need to go back and look for it and figure it out, because there is something here that tells me that you are determined to figure out what you missed, what you didn't see the first time around. How can you have success? What actions can you take to have success ultimately with regard to this situation, this relationship? Let's get some more cards out here for you, Aquarius. Let's see what else we get. Sylvester's here. He's sitting behind me, as you can see. I'm in a rocking chair, and so the cushion that he's sitting on is actually the pillow that's behind my back. And it's not very wide, so he's dependent on me not moving too much so that he doesn't fall or lose his balance. Now this is a much better spot for him than I need to give this one more shuffle now that I'm rambling. This is a better spot for him than on my lap, so I'm actually okay with him hanging out back there. And we'll see how long this lasts. As long as I don't move around too much, we're good. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Cups. Queen of Wands in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. King of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. The Fool in reverse. And the Tower. Okay, so we have two different energies on the table. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. First of all, I think you're probably the King of Wands, Aquarius. But again, I'm going to probably read as though you are the King of Wands, but you could be this Queen of Wands or an external energy, someone in other words, somebody who's cross-watching for this King of Wands. Even if you're an Aquarius, you can feel like a cross-watcher for somebody else. I just want to make that clear. And that's what I mean about being flexible with the energy. This is a story that you need to hear, Aquarius. It has something that's significant in your life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be directly related to you. But I'm reading as though you are this King of Wands. And I also want to remind my female viewers, you can embody the energy of the King of Wands. The gender of the card does not matter. Okay, Aquarius? So just bear that in mind. So this thing that you're reconsidering is a missed opportunity, something that you really want for yourself, something you may have been trying to manifest into your life. This could be job-related, an opportunity, a creative endeavor, something that did not come your way ultimately. But you're still thinking about it, reconsidering it, maybe trying to work through some mistakes that were made or something that didn't go as planned, because I think that you really want this still in your life. Now the King of Wands is the person who I'm reading for, like I said, and I think this person is reconsidering this opportunity because he's still hopeful for it. He still believes that it's something that's positive and meant for him, something that he should move toward. The King of Wands is somebody who's a natural born leader, somebody who's very ambitious and not afraid of a challenge, accepts responsibility for taking action, but also has the ability to manage or delegate responsibility to others. This is somebody that others look up to as a leader, somebody who others look to for guidance, for example. This person's energy is very strong. This person might be feeling like they're kind of spinning their wheels or reconsidering an opportunity, but at the same time, this person feels like there's hope. And maybe he does feel like he's running into a wall to a certain degree. He kind of keeps running himself into a brick wall of grief. Because, again, keep continuing to move forward towards something that you feel that is something you really want or something that's meant for you, but you keep running into these roadblocks, keep running yourself into a brick wall. At the same time, I feel like there's progress being made. With this Knight of Pentacles coming out, there is a level of progress being made, even if it doesn't feel that way, Aquarius. Because right now there's a sense that there's some wariness or feeling cautious, feeling maybe even a little scared to take that leap of faith, because you may not have all the information you feel like you need. Once you get that information, you can break through the wall. You can break through the brick wall instead of getting stopped by the brick wall. There's still a level of hesitation or not feeling quite clear on what it is you need to know, or information you need to have, or maybe skills you need to acquire. There is something keeping you from breaking through that brick wall, but once you get it, you'll be able to break through the brick wall. And that's why this King of Wands is not giving up, because he knows eventually he's going to be able to break through the brick wall. Very positive energy. Now we have a Queen of Wands on the table. This might be your brick wall. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there. So this Queen of Wands is in reverse, and this is somebody who is dwelling in some shadow energy. This is somebody who needs to have things her way. It's her way or the highway, according to this Queen of Wands. This person can have high expectations for others and those around her, but does not uphold those same standards for herself. The Queen of Wands in reverse can be someone who's jealous or envious. Someone who needs or wants attention, but doesn't necessarily warrant that attention. This person is the person who feels like they can get this figured out. This is the person who thinks that their actions will ultimately result in success for everybody involved. So this is somebody you're associated with, this King of Wands. This could be an actual marriage partner, King and Queen of Wands, a business partner, a friend, a co-worker, colleague, acquaintance. Feels like more than an acquaintance. I'm just going to throw that out there, but this could be somebody that you're not necessarily related to or associated with, but is maybe part of a social group, for example. But I feel like this person says, you know what, I'm going to fix things, I'll make things right, and then we can take action and move forward. So this person is accepting a certain level of responsibility, which I think possibly she can't follow through on. She might be saying, look, I can do this, this, and this, but then when it comes down to it, she doesn't have the ability, the skill set, the motivation, the desire. She's taking on responsibility that ultimately she can't handle. And she might be that brick wall that you keep running into, Aquarius. I'm just throwing that out there. The brick wall that's holding you back from this Ace of Pentacles. But again, there's still hope on the table here and still progress. Even though it may not feel like there's progress being made, there is still progress being made. Let's get some more cards out here, Aquarius, see what else we get. Four of Wands. So this is also representing this Ace of Pentacles. The Four of Wands can be a long-term goal. Stability, could indicate marriage, family, home, something that you're building, something that you're working towards, something that you've spent a lot of time on, put a lot of energy into. And again, I think that this is representing this Ace of Pentacles and something that you had to put the brakes on because things weren't moving in the right direction, or again, you were hitting a brick wall, or you didn't have what you needed to obtain that Four of Wands, but it's definitely still on your mind and still in your energy. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this can indicate giving up, quitting, leaving something behind. It's too hard, I can't do it. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the experience yet. I don't have the resources. I don't have this and that. It's that feeling of needing to give something up because you just don't have what it takes to obtain it, that kind of thing. There's the Tower again, clarifying the Knight of Wands. This action that this Queen of Wands is claiming that she's going to take charge of. She's going to make things right. What actions is she going to take? What does that exactly mean? So Aquarius, I feel like you're trying to figure out, what does this mean when she says I'm gonna do what this takes in order to fix this or make things right? What does that actually mean? says Aquarius. So I think you're trying to gain some clarity. I should never try to talk about the cards while I still am laying them out. I only have one hand because I'm sitting or still holding the other, whatever. Anyway, here we go. Knight of Swords in reverse. Temperance. Nine of Pentacles. Three of Wands. And there's the, I love it. I love it when that happens. There's the Knight of Wands again. Oh, Aquarius. Okay, so when this Queen of Wands, let's go back to the cards that now I can hold all of them. So this Queen of Wands is saying to you, Aquarius, don't worry, I've got this figured out, I've got this taken care of. I will do what's needed in order to get us to where we need to be regarding this Ace of Pentacles opportunity. She says, I'll take action, I'll take care of this, don't worry. And you're like, okay, so here's the Tower, King of Wands, or Knight of Wands. And you're like, okay, let's see it. What are you gonna do? Show me. Don't just say it, show me. Don't just talk out of your ass. Go ahead and make it happen. Because ultimately, now here's what's with that set of cards with the Knight of Wands, Tower, Sun. Because what's happening here, she's saying she's going to take action, and ultimately you're running into the brick wall. What's coming your way is a lack of effort, no movement, getting stuck. And like I said before, this Queen of Wands, it feels like she's all talk and no action. So when she says, I'm going to take action, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'll make this happen for us. In reality, it's really just a bunch of hot air. Because there's no action being taken. This could indicate there's fear, not knowing what the outcome will be, so really, you know, I'm going to make this right, I'm going to take action, don't worry, I've got this handled. And really what it is a bunch of hot air, because there is no action corresponding with the promises or with the words. I shouldn't say there's promises. I'm not sure if this Queen of Wands is making promises. It feels like she might be. This King of Wands, though, is still full of hope, and he's still maintaining a very positive attitude about this, which is good. And Aquarius, I feel like while you may be succumbing to the will of this Queen of Wands at this point in time, your level of hope and strength, I feel like you've got spirit on your side with the Star and Temperance coming out here, very strong. You've got spirit, you've got the universe on your side. And I think what they're saying is, don't worry. Yeah, this might feel like you keep running into a brick wall, but you are making progress. You just have to deal with the grief, because that's what comes with something that's worthwhile. Is always going to be hard. It just is. It's just going to be hard. If it's not hard, if it's not challenging, it's probably not worth your while. So yeah, you're going to run into some brick walls. You're going to experience some grief. You're going to experience some setbacks, but it will be worth it if you maintain a positive attitude and you know, the little engine that could, you're going to keep chugging up that hill regardless of how hard it feels, regardless of how much it feels like you're spinning your wheels with regard to this opportunity that feels like it's gotten away from you maybe more than once. It's still available. It's still there. Maybe you had to give up on it for a while. Maybe you had to give it a break. Maybe it felt unattainable, but it's still there. Now the question begs, and I'm just going to throw this out there, and then I'm going to get more cards out and see. But the question begs, why are why, Aquarius, would you put your destiny in the hands of this Queen of Wands? Why is she in control of the situation? I guess is what I would normally say. Well, why is she the one who gets to determine what actions are taken? How things go, But according to the reading, things are going as planned, and that's how it needs to be. So let's see what else we get. Got the Two of Wands, clarifying this Ace of Pentacles. There you are, trying to make a decision. Which direction do I go now? Which path do I take now? I've tried this already. Now where do I go from here? There's the Five of Cups again, clarifying your Nine of Cups. Because this path took me in this direction and just led me to the brick wall and grief. I had to give that up. Now where do I go? What's my next plan of action? There's the Knight of Wands yet again for the third time with this Queen of Wands. She's all, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'm going to do it. Don't worry. The Star in reverse, clarifying the Seven of Swords in reverse. I don't think she really believes or has hope that she can make things right. I don't know that she actually believes that she can do this. With this Knight of Swords out here, I think there's some fear, some hesitancy, maybe not really believing the words that are coming out of her mouth. She doesn't have the same level of hope that this King of Wands has, for sure. Six of Wands. It could be that this King of Wands is feeling that once things, again, hit a brick wall, once there isn't success, after trusting this Queen of Wands to take action and do what she thinks she needs to do in order to make things right, once we realize again that we've hit a brick wall, then maybe we can move in another direction. Maybe we can finally steer ourselves onto a different path. Because what's happening right now, again, spinning your wheels, it's not working. There's the Knight of Swords again in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. And then the Page of Cups, clarifying the Tower. Okay, so the action that needs to be taken, that this Queen of Wands might be promising, is there might need to be an apology or some kind of offer made that this Queen of Wands is saying that she's going to make. It could also be that she's hesitant because there's something that's going to come out in the open. Maybe some secrets will be revealed. Maybe some information is going to come out as a result of her action, which looks like it's supposed to be some kind of offer, maybe an apology, maybe a reconciliation with somebody. It feels like she might be concerned about something coming out in the open. And maybe that's why she hasn't taken action. I think this King of Wands knows that her promise, she's delivering empty promises. I think he knows that. I think he knows that the promises are empty, but at the same time, and it's going to lead to, again, hitting that brick wall, but at the same time, there's a certain level of confidence that still headed in the right direction. If you bang your head enough times against that brick wall, eventually the pain is going to become significant. The blood gushing from your head is going to, start puddling around your feet and staining your clothes. And you're going to be like, okay, I freaking get it now. If I keep doing this, it's just going to run me right back into this wall. And now I'm bleeding out. And the next time I run into this wall, I'm likely to die because I have no more blood in my body. So, you know, once you get to that point where you run yourself so many times into the brick wall and bled out so many times onto the ground, there comes a point in time when you have to say, okay, enough is enough. I don't want to go to the hospital and have to deal with, you know, the weird procedures they have in place now because of this pandemic. I don't want to end up in the hospital. I'd rather just care for myself at home. So if I run into this brick wall again, I'm going to really put myself into a situation where I'm going to have to go to the hospital and deal with that crap. And I just don't want to, says the King of Wands, Sagittarius. So you're rethinking. But I do feel like you're giving this Queen of Wands her chance to run into the brick wall again. And for some reason, her running into this brick wall might be a turning point. Do you know what I mean? Because you still have a significant level of hope. I think you know that you know, her success in making things right. Again, I feel like, you know, this Queen of Wands could be making a decision for a group of people, especially with the Six of Wands coming out here twice. This King of Wands knows that it's not going to be successful, but he still has hope. Again, it could be this idea that if you run your head into the brick wall enough times, eventually you have to admit that there is another solution. There's another way to get this figured out, to obtain this Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands. So let's get this last round out, Aquarius. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Ace of Wands, Page of Swords in reverse. There's those empty promises with regard to the Four of Wands. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this could involve family members, people that you're very close to. This definitely involves a group of people. It could be that there is some kind of disruption or disharmony within some connections within this family dynamic or group dynamic. Could be a family business. Again, people that you're very close to that feel like family to you. That came out clarifying the King of Wands. And there's the King of Wands in reverse with his set of cards. To me, this indicates that you Sagittarius, have given up a certain level of authority, that you have given up your usual position of being the one who makes decisions or is in charge, the natural born leader. You said, okay, Queen of Wands, go ahead, make it happen. But ultimately, it's caused a certain level of disruption, again, within this family unit, group dynamic. Two of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay, so what I think is happening here, first of all, this Queen is delivering empty promises on whatever it is that she says she's going to do, whatever action she says she's going to make, she's not. She's not going to, and it's because she doesn't have the same level of hope regarding this Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles opportunity. She's afraid of it. She doesn't understand it. She doesn't want it. She may be making promises regarding the situation, but she doesn't have the same desire for it. There's fear surrounding this situation for her. Fear or uncertainty, a certain level of anxiety, and I feel like it surrounds the fact that if whatever this Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands is for you, Sagittarius, that it will result in something coming out in the open. Possibly some secrets or something that she doesn't want to be exposed. And that's why she's kind of keeping things on hold right now. Why she isn't acting when she says she's going to. And again, what I feel like is the actions that she says she's going to take, which might result in some kind of offer, reconciliation, being sincere about wanting to make a move, to take action regarding the situation. It's not something she ultimately wants. The Nine of Cups in reverse can indicate maybe pretending that this is what you want, but just saying, it's just the words. It's not an actual desire or hope. Or the Nine of, I'm stumbling on trying to come up with what I'm seeing in the cards versus the actual meaning of the card. So don't mind me, Aquarius. But this can indicate this is what you say you want, but it's not really what you want, or you got what you want, and then you realized after the fact that, oh, this isn't really what I want. It wasn't the dream that I thought it was. It wasn't what I was ultimately hoping for. It's going to cause me grief if I take another shot at this. And again, I think that those are the sentiments of this Queen of Wands. So I hear my son's alarm going off, which doesn't mean he's actually getting up, because that alarm will go off another 15, 20 times before he actually gets out of bed. I'm just saying. I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying. If you're not going to get out of bed when the alarm goes off, why set the alarm? Sleep. I mean, I swear to God, the alarm will go off and then it's going to go off another 15 times in the next hour. Just get another restful hour of sleep instead of having to wake up and turn the alarm off. I don't understand the logic, but that, you know what? It's his choice, not mine. Just sharing my frustration, because I listen to the alarm, and the alarm is that really annoying, like, blaring siren. I mean, if you're going to set an alarm, set some peaceful music or something to wake you up instead of something obnoxious. I would rather wake up to classical music or the sound of birds chirping or, you know, a brook babbling. You know what I mean, right? Sagittarius. Sorry, Aquarius, not Sagittarius. They rhyme. Aquarius, Sagittarius. Just saying. Okay, Aquarius. Let's get out of that goofy mode. This is a serious situation. I need to be serious with you. Okay, so I am going to give my Dreams of Gaia a few shuffles, and we're going to get a card out here. Is this the one I'm taking? No, because there's like 3 of them there. And then we're going to get a card, and hopefully it'll be some advice, maybe some steps forward, some actions you can take, something that feels hopeful, encouraging. Honestly, Aquarius, I do feel like you are for sure feeling a certain level of hope and calm and balance with regard to the situation. I think that you know what the outcome is, because again, I think you've been banging your head against that brick wall, and I know I keep saying that over and over, but that's what it definitely felt that way to me from the beginning. The first 2 cards that came out, that 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords energy. But I do feel like you're still moving in the right direction, even though you're at this temporary roadblock or the situation where someone else is kind of taking the reins and is steering you in the wrong direction, and you know it. You know it for what it is, and just kind of accepting it and dealing with it. He's sitting behind me snoozing, and he's snoring a little bit because he's stuffy. I guess he's officially taking a cat nap because his eyes aren't completely closed, but he's a little stuffy, so I can hear his snot bubbles gurgling in his sinuses. I don't know if you can hear it or not. You probably can't. It's too far away. And I know I have crappy audio on my phone. And I apologize for that, but I don't have enough money to get fancy camera equipment and stuff like that. Maybe someday I'll become rich and famous and I'll be able to afford all those fancy things, but not right now. Not right now. Okay, Aquarius, let's get a card, shall we? No, that's not the right way to shuffle, because I'm not going to get anything out of the deck if I just shuffle like that. One card for Aquarius for this reading. Wrap this up. Is this the one? No, because there's two, and I only want one. Just one. Come on now. Usually when I'm shuffling, I can kind of look at the cards and get some more details to talk about, but honestly, what I'm seeing more than... You know what? I'm taking this card. Seven of Earth. Patience. Seven of Earth is the Seven of Pentacles or Seven of Coins, and to me it indicates patience, you know, cultivating, putting energy into something. So eventually you know that the outcome will be prosperous, but you've got to be willing to wait. You've got to be willing to put the energy in. You have to be willing to do what it takes to achieve that final outcome. And again, while I feel like there's a certain level of control that you've released to somebody else, and specifically this Queen of Wands, she's the one, you know, taking action or promising to. You've released a certain level of control because at least at this point in time, it's necessary for some reason. It may feel a little bit frustrating, but I think you know that it's necessary, at least right now. So these cards do tend to have some more in-depth meaning. So I am obviously going to read it out of the book. I haven't pulled this one in a long time. It's not very long. It's just about a half a page, Aquarius. Okay, so here we go. The Seven of Earth symbolizes the need to both nurture and maintain a connection between spirit, self, and the world around you. Ground, integrate, and connect. To feel and embrace this connection does not require any belief in the divine, but a simple awareness that all is connected on an energetic level. At this time, look out into the world to see, feel, and understand the cycle of life and nature and how they affect and influence you. Over time, life and day-to-day demands may begin to wear away at us, making us irritable and reactive, less adaptive and flexible, more fearful of the changes going on within us and around us. All of these things can make us feel alone and disconnected. The Seven of Earth symbolizes the importance of connection and being part of the natural world. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm burping. But also the need to address areas of potential stress in your life before they become a problem. It is time to meditate and still your mind. Make a habit of taking time to sit and meditate in nature and allow all the stress to flow out of you and into the earth. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to relax and become one with Gaia and Great Spirit. Reconnect. You do not have to believe. Just allow yourself to be still, at peace, and free of the impurities and worry that cloud your senses and good judgment. So I think that this is good advice. I did it yesterday. I went to the park yesterday and did some grounding. And I'm going to go ahead and... get a little woo-woo with you right now, Aquarius, and I'm going to tell you that it's beneficial. Go out into nature, take your shoes off, meditate, sit in the dirt, play with the bugs, be at peace, be alone, listen to nature, listen to your mind. Still your mind and then listen to it, because what's going to happen is you're going to reconnect. You get the sense of peace. Grounding is very healthy and beneficial. Whether you go for that kind of stuff or not, everybody feels good in nature because it is healthy for you. So I think that this card is indicating that you might find some peace throughout these trying times while you're bumping your head into the brick wall and bleeding out. It might be beneficial to sit in nature for a while, let your head heal, know that things are going to be okay, and ultimately you are moving in the right direction. I do get some really positive energy off this reading, even though you might be feeling some frustration right now. So hang in there, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you some kind of insight or some way to move forward or some positivity with regard to whatever situation you're dealing with. So thank you so much for watching. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.